Have you ever looked down at your legs and thought, why aren't these growing like the rest of my body? Maybe you're hitting squats, maybe you're jogging, maybe you're doing some random bodyweight moves. But the truth is, most people completely miss the formula for building massive, powerful, athletic legs without stepping foot in a gym. And here's the shocking part, you don't need fancy machines, you don't need a leg press, you don't even need weights. All you need is a few square feet of space, your own body weight, and a burning desire to see your legs transform. Today on Peak Physique, we're breaking down the 6 most explosive, muscle-building leg exercises you can do right at home. So, if you've ever dreamed of having thicker quads, shredded hamstrings, or calves that actually pop out of your socks, stick around. Because not only will I show you the exercises, but I'll also reveal how to perform them in a way that actually forces growth, the kind of growth that even people who go to the gym struggle to achieve. Now, before we dive into the first exercise, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why some athletes, like sprinters, gymnasts, or martial artists, have ridiculously jacked legs, even though most of them barely touch machines at the gym? It's because they train explosively, they train with intention, and they train movements that fire up every single muscle fiber in their legs. That's exactly what we're about to do. Exercise 1. Let's start with the foundation. Imagine doing an exercise so powerful, so brutally effective, that ancient warriors literally used it to prepare for battle. I'm talking about the jump squat. Now, don't roll your eyes just yet. This is not the boring squat you've done 1,000 times. The key here is explosive power. When you drop into a squat and then launch your body upward as if you're trying to touch the ceiling, your legs are forced to recruit fast-twitch muscle fibers, the exact fibers that are responsible for size and power. When you land softly, control your descent, and immediately explode again, you're essentially shocking your muscles into growth. Think about it. Every representative is like teaching your legs to be spring-loaded. Do enough of these, and you'll not only see your thighs getting thicker, but your vertical jump, speed, and athleticism will skyrocket. That's why sprinters and jumpers have such insane lower body development. But here's the kicker. Don't just do them for reps. Try setting a timer for 30 seconds and see how many explosive jumps you can do without losing form. You'll be gasping for air, your quads will be on fire, and your calves will be screaming. That's exactly the sweet spot where growth happens. Now, you might be thinking, okay, jump squats are cool, but what about something that really shapes the legs? The kind of exercise that gives you that 3D look? Well, that's where the next move comes in, and trust me, it's one that separates the casuals from the dedicated. Exercise 2. Picture yourself in a narrow hallway. One step forward, one deep bend of the knees, and suddenly, every muscle fiber in your legs is engaged. I'm talking about the Bulgarian split squat. This single-leg powerhouse is one of the greatest leg builders in existence, and the best part? You don't need weights. Just elevate your back foot on a chair, couch, or bed, and lower yourself into that deep, controlled split squat. Here's the secret. Go slow on the way down, keep your chest upright, and drive through your front heel when you rise back up. This exercise doesn't just build muscle, it also fixes imbalances. Because let's face it, most of us have one leg stronger than the other. But when you isolate each side, you expose weaknesses, and when you strengthen those weaknesses, your legs start to grow evenly and powerfully. And here's something most people don't know. This movement hits your glutes just as hard as your quads. So if you've ever wondered why your squats alone aren't giving you that round, muscular leg look, it's because you're not targeting your legs unilaterally. The Bulgarian split squat solves that problem. But let's pause for a second. Imagine if I told you there's an exercise that not only builds size but also tests your balance, coordination, and mental toughness at the same time. Most people can't even do 5 proper reps without collapsing. Think you can handle it? Exercise 3. Enter the pistol squat, the ultimate test of leg strength at home. This is a single leg squat where you lower yourself down while keeping the other leg extended in front of you. Sounds simple, but try it once and you'll realize how much strength, mobility, and balance it demands. Now here's the good news. Even if you can't do a full pistol squat yet, you can work your way there. Start by holding onto a door frame or sitting back onto a chair for assistance. The more you practice, the stronger you'll get, until eventually you're able to perform them unassisted. And when you do, The kind of tension you create in your legs is unmatched. The pistol squat isn't just a strength builder, it's a confidence builder. Imagine being able to drop into a deep one-legged squat in front of your friends or at the park, holding perfect balance, and then exploding back up. That's not just strength, that's control. And nothing makes your legs grow like combining strength with stability. Let me ask you something. What's the one body part that people almost always neglect when training legs at home? That's right, the hamstrings. Most home workouts are quad dominant. But if you ignore the back of your legs, not only will your physique look incomplete, you'll also risk serious injury. So what's the solution? Exercise 4. This brings us to the glute-ham bridge, or if you want to crank it up a notch, the single leg hip thrust. Lie on your back, plant your feet, and drive your hips upward until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. You'll feel an insane squeeze in your hamstrings and glutes. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people rush through this exercise. Don't. Instead, pause at the top for 2 to 3 seconds, squeezing as hard as possible before lowering slowly. That's how you get those dense, carved-out hamstrings that make your legs look complete. And if you want to make it brutal, go one leg at a time. This forces each hamstring to carry your body weight independently, doubling the growth stimulus. Combine this with explosive moves like jump squats, and suddenly your legs are growing in both power and size. Imagine this. You're walking into a room, and people can actually see your calves popping through your jeans. Sounds crazy, right? But there's an at-home exercise that specifically targets those stubborn calves, and the best part? You don't need a single piece of equipment. Exercise 5, the exercise? Explosive calf raises. But here's the twist, instead of doing boring, slow calf raises, you're going to bounce explosively, like you're trying to jump on your toes. This trains your calves the way they're meant to be trained, explosively. After all, calves are designed to help us run, jump, and sprint. So training them with nothing but slow reps doesn't cut it. Try setting a timer and doing as many explosive calf raises as you can for 45 seconds straight. Your calves will be burning, you'll barely be able to walk afterward, and that's when you know they've been hit properly. Add in a few static holds at the top, and you'll feel them swelling with blood, exactly what you need for growth. Now, we've hit quads, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. But I've saved the final exercise for last, because it ties everything together. This move doesn't just build muscle, it turns your legs into explosive machines. Think speed, power, endurance, and mass, all in one. Ready for it? Exercise 6. It's none other than the broad jump with reset. Stand tall, swing your arms back, and explode forward as far as you can. Land softly, reset your position, and go again. This movement builds raw power in your quads, hamstrings, and glutes. But more importantly, it conditions your nervous system to recruit maximum muscle fibers with every push. And here's the magic. When you combine broad jumps with strength moves like split squats and pistol squats, you're giving your body the complete package: strength, stability, and explosive force. That's the trifecta that builds massive legs, even without weights. So, there you have it. 6 explosive leg exercises you can do at home. No gym, no excuses. But let me leave you with this. It's not just about doing these moves once and calling it a day. Consistency is the real secret weapon. If you dedicate just 3 sessions a week to these exercises, push yourself to the limit, and train with intention, your legs will not only grow, they'll transform.